Schönen guten Tag, liebe Zuschauer. Wir sitzen hier in Hamburg mit zu meiner Linken Anders Björler und Thomas Tomper-Lindberg von den großartigen At the Gates. Ende Februar erschien ihre erste DVD-Box The Flames of the End, die das Kapitel At the Gates zum rühmlichen Ende führt, und darüber sprechen wir heute. Hello guys, great to have you here. The DVD will be out end of February, and I reckon you guys have seen it already.
I've seen it like 20 times or more, 100 times. It's boring. I started filming it 1.5 years ago, so I've been involved in the total process of it, so I know it by now.
It's a great big project, and as Anders said, he's been the main man involved in it for a long while. So I guess I try to have a more open mind when seeing it, a little bit less. So I still find it intriguing still.
The first viewing was me, Thomas, and Martin in Gothenburg, and that was a very rough sketch. I like an outline draft that I showed in like April this year. And from April to August, I basically filmed almost every day. And Thomas was with me and tracking down all people, interviewing them, and trying to collect a lot of photos and stuff like that. But the response within the band has been fantastic and overwhelming, and kind of a good exploration of the past somehow. And Adrian was very happy, and Jonas as well. So.
The name of this DVD is the Flames of the End, which is of course, let's say, a popular quote in the cosmos of At the Gates. And this is a film by Anders Björler. Is it that you are the, let's say, the only person who had the idea to do such a final documentary, or is it simply due to the fact that you know about doing films?
I did a first interview actually with myself, so me on camera, that's just the camera setup, and filming myself, just me. So it's very, very low budget in the beginning. I had no money whatsoever, because there were no money up front.
Yes.
We had no record label or anything, so the whole thing is done like for 300 euros or something.
And then like the whole, during the summer that we actually did the reunion, we wanted to concentrate so much on the actual feeling of being there together as a band. So the actual filming was, a lot of it was done afterwards. The real work was, you know, when we were done with that, we could concentrate on the DVD.
The subtitle of this documentary is Under a Certain Sun, the story of At the Gates. Why did you choose this particular song to be synonymous with the story of At the Gates?
Yeah, it kind of like that song sums up a lot of our ideas as a band as well. You know, a lot of the subjects of equality and our social values and all that in one song title. So it kind of, and the whole history is played out under the Serpent Sun, of course. So it makes sense.
This documentary comprises a lot of photos, a lot of photos. And I could imagine that sorting them through must have been, let's say, a shitload of work to do.
The good thing about it is I wasn't going through a million pictures, because at first I had my private personal pictures, so I started with them. Then I went to Thomas, took his, and I went for them, and went to each guy and collected pictures. And then, of course, a lot of friends and outside people that were close.
For example, the old, let's say, grotesque material in the basement of, I don't know, rehearsal room. Did you know that I still have that, or was this, let's say, the treasure of a long search?
Some of it we knew, I guess. You know, like you asked me, do you have those pictures for that photo session? You know, and I tried to dig for it. You know. But some treasures were found there, but I didn't know about it, at least.
No, it's a bit weird, because I thought I had the grotesque rehearsal tape somewhere, but I lent it to someone.
Okay.
And I never got it back. But I got it from a guy in Jordan.
Yeah.
And he sent me it. So it was like a 5th generation copy or something. But it's nice to see it spread all over the world and then back to me.
Was the summer of reunion in 2008 the first time? That's what the documentary says. The first thoughts were in 2007. It's when you and your brother had the first, let's say, discussions about this. But you know, Martin Larsson, The guitarist says, for the first time in 2008, it felt certain. What does it mean when he says so?
Because there had been talks about it earlier, especially from Adrian, always text messaging when he was visiting bars and being drunk. Hey, that's reunion. But nothing really happened, and Adrian was very tied up with the Cradle of Filth. 2007, I tried to be really early in the process, and 1 year prior, contacting all the guys and making plans, and it's all about scheduling, you know, and trying to make one last reunion that would make the final.
It was really important for us to sit down, everybody, and discuss our different views of how we wanted it to be done. You know, so there was no open ends that could lead to, you know, discussions later, or, you know. So it was when we had that initial meeting. I think that's when Martin says, like, you know, we really knew this was going to happen, and we knew it was going to be good. You know, because everybody was on the same page.
This initial meeting, was this before or after the photo shooting for Close Up magazine?
It was before, actually.
Okay.
So it's not in the movie.
Yeah.
This meeting was done late fall, winter of 2007.
Because you know, what I was going to aim next is in March 2008. Of course, just for our viewers, is that "Slaughter of the Soul" is the last record of At the Gates. Was voted #1 out of 100 albums from the year 1991 to 2008 of the Swedish metal magazine Close Up, and it was the first time the band got together since '96. So, how did it feel strange?
It was more like, you know, we had that smirk on our faces, how we call it. You know, like, you know, we knew what we were going to do together. We knew, kind of like, we all knew that this is gonna, you know, this is special, you know, and we all were felt really anticipation was similar between all the five of us. So we were happy, you know, really happy.
Talking about some kind of reunion, of course, this implies that there was some kind of ending. This ending was in 1996, and that was when, you know, At the Gates ceased to exist somewhat.
It was very hard, and it was very new to us, everybody. So it was maybe 4 or 5 really long tours, a lot of alcohol. We were just kids, like 18, 19, 20 or something.
A lot of pressure that we didn't understand how to cope with as well, you know. And
things might have been different when you might have took a break of 1 or 2 years, but would this even be possible, or would this have been possible, just to take a break?
We all were very involved, you know, emotionally in what we were doing, creatively, and those kind of persons we were not able to take conscious decisions to take a break. You know, if we were that kind of people, then maybe we wouldn't be the kind of people who made that kind of album that we did. So you can't really go back and change parts of the past without changing the whole past.